here's a story from Muni Networks, an organization I follow closely. Denver considers 2020 to reclaim local authority. I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty of all this policy, but we're going to do the cliff notes here. So even though there are more than 140 municipalities and counties that have voted to reclaim local telecommunications authority from the state, the city and county of Denver, Colorado has put off such a referendum. 2020, however, may be the year that the metropolitan region votes to shed themselves of the harmful restrictions of SB 152. Okay, so what's going on here in a nutshell? There is a lot of red tape. So municipal broadband, for anyone, if you're new to this show, is basically city-owned internet. It means that your city would offer internet into your home. So, and net neutrality would be written into your charter. So basically, this ends the net neutrality battle once and for all, because it puts the internet into the hands of cities and municipalities and out of the hands of big cable, out of the hands of Comcast, out of the hands of AT&T, out of the hands of Spectrum. These companies have essentially organized a duopoly across the country. They try to stifle out any competition, and as a result, we get worse internet than a lot of countries at a more expensive price than pretty much all the other countries. And the free and open internet as we know it is threatened on a daily basis because if these ISPs can control our internet access more and price gouge us in a post-net neutrality landscape, they're going to do it. Who's not going to do that? City-owned internet. Because you think your mayor wants to have horrible internet where they pay extra for social media? Do you think your city officials want to have internet where certain videos load faster than others or slower than others based on the content creator's ability to pay? So that's why city-owned internet, municipal broadband is so important. What has happened throughout the country is that big cable anticipated this day when the people will want to take their internet access back. So they put in a bunch of red tape prohibiting cities and communities from building their own internet. Basically, they would have deals where they're like, you can't build your own internet here, otherwise we're not coming in. At the time, cities and municipalities weren't thinking far ahead and said, okay. So now they're trying to get over this red tape, and that's what Denver's trying to do. Denver is trying to get out of this red tape so that they can potentially in the future build their own city internet. Why do I single out Denver? Why do I mention Denver specifically? Well, here's 3 places where municipal broadband is really being built and has already been successful. Fort Collins, Colorado. Longmont, Colorado. All close to Denver. Over in Massachusetts, Charlemont, Massachusetts, a city of 7,000 people, by the way. They told Comcast to get packing. We're going to build our own internet. The city of Shootbury, Massachusetts, decided they wanted to build municipal broadband. And the city of Boston and Cambridge are looking into it. Over in Tennessee, Chattanooga, Tennessee, was ahead of the curve. And they decided we're going to have municipal broadband. They had a certain electrical grid in their favor. They decided we're going to build municipal broadband here. Chattanooga, Tennessee, which, by the way, is a very underrated city. Chattanooga, Tennessee is actually awesome. If you ever get the chance, go. Chattanooga, Tennessee experiences the best internet in the country at an affordable price. They are now billing themselves as Gig City USA. It has done wonders for that city as far as businesses investing there and growth of the city. And it's an asset to the universities, to tech, to innovators. You get the idea. Now, Tennessee, which is a red state. Tennessee is a very red state. I used to live in Nashville. I can tell you, Tennessee is a very red state. But now Tennessee, who is usually hands-off when it comes to government, right? They're a red state. They're typically, Republican-controlled, hands-off when it comes to government. But even despite that, Tennessee has bills out there that have bipartisan support to build statewide broadband all across the state. That's weird that they would want the state. Well, why? Why? Because they see what Chattanooga has, and they want it all over the state. And the idea of net neutrality is not a partisan issue either. It has support all across the political aisle amongst Republican voters, Democrat voters, and everything in between. So my reason for bringing up all these examples. Oh, wait, I'll give you one more. Tacoma, Washington, been on the forefront fighting for municipal broadband from day one. Where's another place where municipal broadband's taken root? Sandy, Oregon, Portland, Oregon, Tacoma, Washington. And Seattle's looking into something as well. The point here is municipal broadband when people see it, they realize how great it is. I know it's not the sexiest topic. I know that. I get it. And I've been trying to make it more accessible. I've been trying to, make it entertaining the best I can. Because I know when you just hear it, it doesn't necessarily say, oh boy. But when you see what it does, you think, man, this is damn sexy. Because now we're getting better internet at a reasonable price, and we have won the net neutrality war once and for all. We're going to have a free and open internet, so we don't have to tell our children and our grandchildren what the internet used to be like. The way we hear about what radio used to be like, what television used to be like. Once we lose a medium, it's gone forever. And if you don't think we can lose the free and open internet, I promise you, we can. We can. It's already happening some in other places. We can. And they've already experimented with what they can get away with as far as gutting net neutrality. And it's going to be a slow boil. We're not going to just wake up one morning and all of a sudden the internet's completely censored and different. It's going to be a slow boil over time. So it's worth noting that whenever something like this starts to happen, it takes root and it spreads throughout the state. And this movement is important. And again, I get back to everyone. If you're trying to build municipal broadband in your community, please do not hesitate to get in touch with me. Go to ronplacone.com, email me. It starts with showing up at your city hall. The next step is getting your city to join Next Century Cities. And then the step after that is getting the Institute of Local Self-Reliance to come to your city to do an assessment on building a municipal broadband project in your area and in your city. That's what it takes. And that's not an easy. I've been working at it for over a year. I'm still on step 2. So, and unfortunately, the city government has not been very responsive to me. And I don't think it's because they're necessarily against it. I think it's because I just have not been able to really translate the importance of it. And I'm working on that. And I'm hoping in 2020 to be able to work on it more. We'll see. I got a couple projects in the works. But anyway, municipal broadband, contagious and essential to a free and open internet. And that's our update.
Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together and make it our own. Get your